Well, another one. Win 6 and 7.
You are Locked On Sooners, your daily podcast on the Oklahoma Sooners. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Thank y'all for pulling up here on Locked On Sooners and making us your first listen every single day. Shout out to all the everydayers out there. Today's postcast is presented by FanDuel. You can start the season off with big returns on FanDuel.com. New customers can place a $5 bet. You get $150 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet. Visit FanDuel.com to get started. This is the postcast. So go ahead and jump in there and get your dooming on. That's all you can do. Oklahoma loses to Navy 21-20 after a failed two-point conversion that every single one of y'all trying to figure out why the heck did we do it. But it does not matter because we tried it and it did not work. I'm Jay Smith, one of your hosts. John is not in today. And yeah, it's over. We're done. The season is finally over. And that's all I got to tell y'all, to be honest, is that I'm happy that the season is over. My blood pressure is high. I'm just going to tell y'all that now. A little stressed, a little worn, but hey, all I know is next year is going to be a whole bunch of new stuff. So I'm not giving you any hope. Those that know me, you got hope from me, but the rest of you, nah, go ahead, enjoy being upset, take it out, be mad, be worked up, grab yourself a drink, grab yourself some juice, grab yourself some water. We're going to break down this game and some of the things that jumped out to me that were not good here in the game. Some things that look like that can lead into next season. But yeah, there's a lot of decision making in the game that made me have question marks. First and foremost, Michael Hawkins starting the game off 28 for 43, 247, 2 touchdowns. Was only sacked one time. And that was, late in the game when the decision was made. Actually sacked twice, if you include the 2-point conversion, which I think the statistics will include that 2-point conversion sack. 4 total, actually, is what they got him counted for, but I digress. We finished the game with no sacks, 4 tackles for loss. They finished with 4 sacks, 6 tackles for loss is what ESPN has given them points for. Hawkins played an overall okay game. Wasn't awful, wasn't good. It was okay. A lot more that needed to be done. A lot more need to be desired. Decisions need to be made. But I'll say this, that final drive, we actually saw him make some decisions at the end of the game. Now, that sack was not a good one to get. That 2-point conversion, honestly, I get wanting to get up out of there. I get saying, you know what? Screw it. Let's see if we can make it happen. But your offense is way too young for you to try that. Those dudes weren't going to find a way to get open. Not fast enough. And in majority of the game, you're getting a solid pocket. Yeah, that's not a reason. You don't do that. There was no reason to go for that at all. Now, granted, I'm going to be honest. I bet you Ben Arbuckle was probably like, hey, yeah, we probably should go ahead and try this. Let's just see what happens. But I don't think that was a good idea. John Finley him and Brent Venable should have said, kick the field goal, go to OT, and call it a day. But their goal was to get take up out of there, and they did. Unfortunately, got up out of there with a loss. Gavin Sawchuk, 13 carries, 7 yards, averaging 5 yards a carry with a touchdown, that big 21-yarder earlier in the game. To be honest, first couple of drives, you're like, okay, Oklahoma's going to get in rhythm. And then you start to see them get in their heads from there. Turn it over on downs. And that's when you gave up the first touchdown. That one, no, you should not have gone for it on the 45. You should have went ahead and put it, pushed Navy deep. Even though you're doing a really good job of protecting the quarterback and doing a really good job of pushing, no, you should have punted the ball 4th and 1 the second time. First time, I get going for it at the Navy 20-yard line. But at that point, you probably should have took the touchdown too. That makes the most sense. Then you go in here with the next set of downs and you decide that, no, we're going to just, we're going to go for it. We're going to push at the 45-yard line. No. Hatfield should not have given that up. That's not something good to do when it comes to the way Navy plays ball and the way they eat clock, right? I mean, you did a good job of getting off the field on 3 straight possessions. 6 plays, 34 yards, 3-minute possession, almost 4-minute possession, a 3.5-minute possession at 6 plays, 38 yards. You did a good job getting them off on downs. You force them to punt, 3 plays, 2 yards. Okay. But then you're following up with that same thing. That's a bad formula. The good thing is there's going to be new play calling going next season to actually get people open. That's the difference maker here, is that the play calling was not getting people open. And Hawkins did, like I said, an okay job in this game. He finished the game also rushing for, let me see, where's his rushing numbers? He rushed for 61 yards on 17 carries. And 16-yard deep run. He had that 50-yarder that was gone. They called holding. Seemed to have been the trend of the game because they weren't really calling very many penalties in this game, which is kind of fascinating. Can't beat that. Kerryon was more so your superstar at the wide receiver spot. Zion Kearney had that very nice catch at 56 yards. That one to me is where I saw the wrinkles of Arbuckle, was that sprint pass. Running over there to the side. It didn't work. He comes to the opposite side. Because I actually remember seeing Gabe and Teddy show a play similar to that by, who was that? He did it similar to Mateer. Mateer did that, and he sprinted to the left and threw it, which was a similar play to what he did with Hawkins. And Hawkins reversed it back, saw Zion Kearney running across because Zion Kearney recognized his quarterback was in trouble, and he reversed to an open space, a space where he could throw it to. Catches it, breaks a tackle, boom, runs up, therefore touchdown. So he did a good job on that. So you did see some wrinkles, Arbuckle, not a lot, but you did see some wrinkles to get them going there. But they also played with a lot more tempo to start the game. When you got up to 2 touchdowns, probably should have went back to a little bit more tempo as you're getting your first downs. But didn't do it. The Woody Washington trick play was cool. But you got to keep getting the first downs. Throwing to outside routes. Throwing it to your tight end across the middle like you did with Jake Roberts at the end. You got to do more of that stuff. Next. These team stats, though, got me. Like I said, Kerryon was your top receiver. 7 catches, 72 yards. That was promising. I like that. I like seeing that from Kerryon. Kearney only has 2 catches, but he had that massive drop. Hurts. Raging got his drop deep. Hurts. Jake Roberts gets the touchdown. Need it. But Kearney had that deep one. Had to come back a little bit, but that was right in numbers. It hit him right here. Got to catch that. But yeah. Defense-wise, started off well, and then they gave up that 90-something yard touchdown, which is what killed us. I think that was the play that took the air out of the balloon for everybody. Took the air out the sails. Was giving up that long play. And then we fumble right behind it. That's where things went wrong. Can't be holding the ball like that, man. You can't be fumbling. Can't be. If you're going to run it, you got to be prepared to not fumble. Can't do that. One play, too. That's been the story of the season for Oklahoma. One play, fumble. Get the ball, go out there, get the ball back, fumble. Luckily, they missed the field goal. Then we missed one. Hurts. We let them drive the field. That feels like this is where the defense was running out of gas. 7-minute possession, 12 plays, 66 yards. But the good thing is the defense held up, forced that final forced the final punt, which led to that final drive, which to me was probably the best showing that we had. Honestly, period. Probably our best showing there. Besides that, it's been woof. Woof. Woof, woof, woof. And so, yeah, we gotta do better there. It hurts. I know. Believe me when I say it hurts. It hurts. But the good thing is the game is now over and it cannot hurt us anymore. Season's done. Can't hurt us anymore. That's really the key thing here. because we're no longer going to get hurt from the brutalness of that play. But hey, I'm still a Sooner. I like the fact that we got some catches and we've got some more players coming in. We've already done a lot in the portal. So I anticipate there being a lot that's going to happen going forward for us. So let's break down some of the stuff that went wrong and some of the little things that really got on, my nerves. No lie. I was worn out by a lot of the little stuff too. But we're going to start off first off, FanDuel. The NFL playoffs are almost here, but it's not too late to get in on the regular season action with FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. Because right now, new customers can finish the season strong with $250 in bonus bets for your first $5 bet. So, if you looked at this game, by the time the game started, Navy was ended up as a 1-point favorite. And look at here. Game started with them being a half-point favorite, and they covered the spread, unfortunately, but we should have covered that. 2-point conversion should have went for it. But if you want to go check it out, go to FanDuel.com to join today. That's FanDuel.com for your chance to win $250 in bonus bets if you win your first $5 bet. Make everyone win more with FanDuel, an official sports book partner of the NFL. And thank you all for making Locked On Sooners your first listen every single day. Shout out to all the everydayers out there. Tune in and find us everywhere where you get podcasts. We're part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Defense, man, hurt. Listen to these team stats. 27 first downs to 11 first downs. Y'all won't guess who had which. I'm lying, you will. 11 for 19 on third down efficiency. Third downs, 11 for 19 to 4 for 13. Fourth down, 2 for 4, 1 for 2. Know what that was? 433 yards to 318. All of that was the Oklahoma side. All the top numbers, Oklahoma. Crazy. The only thing they outdid is we had 158 yards rushing. They had 226 because of that 6-yard touchdown. Time of possession, 30-29, which, to be absolutely honest, that was the saving grace of this game. The fact that Navy didn't have the ball for 45 minutes, which I kind of expect. I'm not going to lie. I thought they was going to have for 45 minutes to 15. They didn't. They actually did some work to get them off the field. But that massive run killed it. Took the air out of the sails. Then wide receivers dropping passes. I think there was a calculation of at least 6 drops. So I was talking about this. I was doing the live watch on with my people over on my channel, Unfair Sports. You can follow me on the X-Bird there as well as here on YouTube. And the one thing I pointed out is you got to remember, playing a bunch of freshmen. 56 players were available, 12 on offense and 12 on defense were freshmen. We played a lot of freshmen in this game. Basically the entire wide receiver corps. Your quarterback, most of your running backs except for Salchuk, freshman. Yeah, Sam Franklin dropped 2 passes, which got him pulled, and we never saw him again. I do expect him to portal. Dropped. Passes like crazy. Ridiculous. You can't drop those. Zion Kearney drop. Can't do that. Roberts, I think he had a catch on that sideline, but they didn't give him that. Raging deep. Hawkins put some great touch on it, right into the breadbasket. And he dropped it. We saw a lot of that. That's where the problem lies. Can't wait to hear Brent Venables on his presser. No, he's not very happy. He's got to figure this out. He's got 1 year left. He had 5 years. He's going to probably get to 4. So next season's got to be a massive turnaround, which I expect. New offense, new quarterback, new scheme, new set of receivers that have actually got production that's been healthy. We need to do that. We also got to get more physical. So I expect more physicality to come from it. We've shown that we can do it. The problem isn't that we can't. The problem isn't that we've never seen it before. We've seen it in spurts, and that's where the issue lies. We need the consistency of being physical on the field. And in this game, we showed moments of it, and then in other moments, we didn't. Like that pocket was there most of the game. We saw happy feet. It hurts. Can't be running into the blitzer. See the blitzer coming, step up into the pocket, throw it. If you got to overthrow your dude, overthrow your dude. But you had wide receivers there moving around. That 2-point conversion, there was a dude tight end in the flat. Get rid of it. Throw it to your guys. Give them a chance. Hope for pass interference. Ivan Carrion running across the middle. Throw it high. Let him jump. He's 6'6". Throw it. That's the thing that got me. Throw the ball across the middle at the top. Let him catch it. That's what you need. We didn't do that. Not catching the ball. Got to catch it. That's where the problem lies. But Hawkins was very decisive in most of the game. He had a lot of moments where he wasn't very decisive. He ended up running it and getting himself tackled. But he had his moments of decisiveness, which is going to help. That helps in development. This game was built specifically for development. Those extra practices was built specifically for development. You got to develop people. They're all young. So we need them to get out there on the field and make the mistakes and get it over with. But the fact that we were 11 for 19 on third down, not bad. Navy wins their 10th game this season. We go 6-7. That was important to me. Throw for 275. You rush for 158. Hawkins accounted for 247 of that. He threw the ball a lot in that game. 43 throws. I was expecting a minimum 25 throws in this game. That was the one thing I said. If they don't throw the ball at least 25 times, I'm going to have a problem. Well, it looks like the problem was throwing for 40 times. That's where the problem lied. Shouldn't have done that. That's where it went bad. But I did like seeing Carry On. I am happy to see Kearney had his moments. Your top receiver being Carry On, then Jacob Jordan and Gavin Sawchuk. But I like the fact that Carry On was your top guy. But we should have thrown to him in the end zone. That's important. You got to get it to the big man. Just throw it to him. Throw it up in the air. Caden Helm, we had a Caden Helm sighting. He made a catch. But losing the turnover battle ain't never going to win. That's basically been the story of the Venables era. Losing the turnover battle kicks they tail. So gotta do better when it comes to that portion of it. I don't know. Gotta get turnovers and gotta stop turning the ball over. Fumbling the ball is one thing we love to do. We love it. But I'm glad to see Sawchuk got that 21-yard touchdown. He burst up that hole and was gone. Something we don't get very often. I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. See what y'all going. Probably we should have ran more X-Rob in this game. I do agree. I agree with you here, Sean. Probably should have played a lot more X-Rob in this one. That would have been a lot better. I just want some veterans, honestly. I would like some players that have had at least 2 years of experience playing at wide receiver. That would be nice. Which we'll see that coming next season. And we need to, it's the woof. Running Sawchuk. Michael Hawkins running one Xavier Robinson was bothersome to me. Should have been finding ways to get X-Rob in space and let him run, or at least let him catch a quick pass somewhere. He got 2 catches for 24 yards, so he had a 14-yarder. We got to do that. They'll do better with that. I don't know. Kill me. Killing me with that. We've got a lot more work to do in that aspect. So what does it mean for next season? Well, a lot to talk about there. Let's talk about that now. But first, more people over at Rocket Money. Did Rocket Money help you find any subscriptions you forgot about or that you were paying for twice? That definitely has happened to me. I've had a couple of subscriptions from streaming services, stuff that I didn't even know I was still paying for. And Rocket Money made it so easy to track them all down. It's like having a personal assistant for your finances. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancels unwanted subscriptions, monitor your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. You got to prepare for next season, right? Season tickets and travels coming up for these SEC games. It brings everything together in one place, where it's subscription or spending habits, all of that. You can make it help you get your goals for next year. So Rocket Money is over 5 million users that saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using the app. So for me, I really like the subscription tracker just so I can know what I'm actually paying for and what I need to get rid of, because not everybody's using stuff all the time. So cancel your unwanted subscriptions, review your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/locked on today. That's rocketmoney.com/locked on. rocketmoney.com/locked on. Thank y'all for pulling up for the postcast and watching us every single day. Shout out to all the everydayers right out there. Whew. What about next year? Well, in my mind, as I give the instant reaction to this, it's time to continue to hit the portal, man. The good thing is the portal's not done. There's still going to be players entering over the next few games from the playoff teams. And there's still dudes out there floating around. We need another wide receiver. We need to add to the secondary. We need some veteran corner to go with the young ones. We need a couple more defensive linemen, which I know we're actually in on a couple of good all-conference guys. That's what we need. We need to go hit that portal hard over the next couple weeks as players. Because remember, when playoff teams finish their games, that they get a 5-day window after their loss to. And in a championship game, you get 5 days after that to enter the portal. So we need to do that. That's what we need to do. That way we can start getting some more. We need to get some more offensive weapons. We need to put more points on the board. We should have put more than 20 on Navy. We should have been putting closer to 30. That's what's important. We need to go heavy on the portal. We need to go heavy on, JUCO. The problem is that everybody complains about JUCO. Can't really do JUCO because those guys didn't come from big programs, and that's what everybody complains about. I'm just the messenger of people in the message boards and in the chat. I 100% agree that we need to go get some guys from JUCO. Think that's probably the best place to go. Get some and guys with production. So we're gonna need that. We're gonna need some more veteran presence out there. We need some more offensive linemen probably. And so, as I know the Sooners are waiting for supposedly some particular players to jump out there, we can lay hands on it. But we'll have a lot of new players. We've got so far 9 out of the portal, with a few more that we're courting as we speak. Let me see. What's this portal number right now? Yep, we got 8 total. Well, 9. It's one per player that's missing off this list. Got to remember who it was. But you got 3 receivers in Gibson, Titania, as well as Keontez Lewis. You'll also get Jaden Gibson back next season and Deion Burks. So that'll add, and they should be healthy by then. So, but yeah. Now, I know y'all are upset. I'm letting y'all be upset in the comments. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to come in and dog on all these freshmen playing. It's just not, what I do. It's okay. I think it'll be just fine. I'm just going to give it time. That's all that matters. We'll navigate this and see what happens next season. But I bet you this. You're going to see a much different set of quarterback play with Mateer throwing the ball in comparison. The Illinois State game is going to be a fun one. Y'all going to be seeing a lot more in its Arbuckle system in comparison. I promise you that. That's the one thing I can for sure say. We just got to make sure the defense stay up to snuff. Keep getting stops, getting people off the field. That's why we need a veteran corner, because the young corners were getting lost. That's how both Jacoby and Eli on certain plays just kind of get twisted around and forgotten where they were at. So we gotta get some veteran corners now and go. I like the safeties. in Bowen and RSJ. Robert Spears Jennings is probably going to have a massive season next year. I expect the same out of R. Mason Thomas. Waiting for him to make his announcement that he's going to make his valiant return. But I expect him to have another big season. Same thing with Dominic. He should be solid coming back. Got to wait for him to make an announcement. I expect it in the next couple of days, but I expect him to make a return. And then we go out there and we start running through some people's faces. Playing some better defense. That's what we need. We need a lot more of that. But outside of that, man, I see everybody's kind of dooming. Everybody's upset with Brent Venables. Understand. You guys continue to, it's fine. Get it out. It's post-game. It's how y'all feel. Continue to go. Nothing wrong with that. I'm looking toward next season. This season's been over for me anyway. After the Alabama game, I was like, yeah, we're bowl eligible. This game season's over. It's not much you can do about it. Season's over. So why am I concerned about the rest of the season? We got our 6th win and went to a bowl game. So now it's all about closing into next season. I think Venables is on this Dabo Swinney schedule. Not doing well in your first 3 seasons and getting bowl eligible. It's going to have to close some deals now. It's going to be, the next season is his year. So that's what we've got to do to close it down. See what happens. I'm glad season's over, though. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be fun speculating over the off season. Hopefully you all had a Merry Christmas. Hopefully y'all had, say, a very good week so far. Enjoy yourself. Thank y'all for pulling up here on Locked On Sooners. Follow me at Unfair Sports. Follow my guy Jay at John9Williams. Check out his work over at Sooners Wire. You can check out my channel, Unfair Sports, here on YouTube. I'll have my morning after, first thing in the morning. I'll watch the game again tonight, pay attention, and then I'll see what I see and kind of give some nuggets from there. Give my 22 nuggets, and we'll talk about it there. But we'll be back on, we'll have another episode on Monday. We'll continue to talk off-season, transfer portal, because there should be some movement this weekend. So I'm expecting some more portal entries. I'm expecting some more portal additions. So all we can do is prepare ourselves for next season. That's all you can do at this point. I mean, like I said, enjoy complaining. Hopefully you all have a better day this weekend. And I will catch every single one of y'all on Monday. Have a good evening. Check us out, Locked On Sooners. Make sure you follow us, TikTok, Instagram, all those places. Here on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. So, catch you all later. Boomer Sooner.